Hello, year two. We're back for week 2 of maths, and this week is all about shape. Shape. Now, I think shape was something that you guys missed, unfortunately, in lockdown last year. So it's something that we really need to work hard at this week at covering, and hopefully by the end of the week, lots of you will be feeling, loads more confident with shape. So let's see if I can share my screen with you, because I've put together a smart. Can we all see that? Hurrah. Lesson 1, 2D shape. We'll come back to that in a minute. But first of all, let's get our brains warmed up. And this is what we would do in class for a really good maths mastery lesson. What's the same and what's different? Pause the video now and discuss this at home. Brilliant. You may have said things such as, well, let's think about the things that are different first of all. They're different colours. They are at different angles. Okay, they're positioned differently. Anything else that we can see that's different? I'm not really sure that they're similar sizes. The orange one could be slightly smaller if you were being really particular. And are all the sides the same length, or are they different lengths? So there's different things that we could say about them, things that are the same. Now I'm going to deliberately, at this point in the lesson, use non-mathematical language. So I'm going to talk about, some of us call them the pointy bits in class, these corners, okay? So we've got, both of them have both got 3 pointy bits or 3 corners, and they've both got, this is mathematical language, they've both got 3 sides, okay? 3 sides. Same and different. It's always interesting to compare. Which one is the odd one out? Why is it the odd one out? What makes it different? Pause the video now and have this discussion at home. Brilliant. You may have said that this one, which I'm going to circle in red, is the odd one out. Okay, why is it the odd one out? Well, if we look at these ones, they've all got 3 corners. Again, not the correct mathematical term, but we're going to come back to that in a minute. And they've all got 3 sides. Has this one got 3 corners and 3 sides? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides. No, it's got 4. What's our last question? What makes it different? Well, it's in a different shape like this. It looks like an arrow, doesn't it? And because it's got those 4 corners and 4 sides. Does anybody know what these shapes, and like our previous slide, this slide, does anybody know what they're called? Because this one is a different size to this one, but they're all the same thing. Pause the video now and have this discussion. You were correct. These shapes here, they are called triangles, and it's that key word, or that key part of the word try, that means that 3, that 3-ness. It's got 3 of each, okay? It's got 3, I'm not going to use that mathematical term yet, and it's also got 3 sides. Let's just move on to this before we go on to the next thing. And actually at this point, I might mention that magic maths word that I've been dying to say in the last 3 slides. What do you notice about the order of these shapes? How have they been ordered? Pause the video now and have this discussion. Brilliant. You may have noticed that they have been ordered by their vertices. Now, vertices are these bits that I was referring to earlier as corners. A triangle has 3 vertices. This rectangle has 4 and it goes on. I wonder if you can pause the video now and count how many the remaining shapes are going to have. Brilliant stuff. So we've had a really good go at counting all of these vertices. And there you go. You've just learned one of those mathematical terms on shape. And this is what we're going to focus on for the rest of the lesson. So you guys haven't done much on shape, so let's go through each of the shapes here. And what I'm going to do is I want you to repeat after me, and then afterwards at every point when we've discussed the shape, you're going to pause the video and you're going to have a go before I come in and remind you. So first one, I say, you say, triangle. Well done, that's brilliant stuff. And we're going to use this STEM language, that means our repeated maths language, every time after each shape. I say, you say. The is a 2D shape, and we're going to say the triangle is a 2D shape. 2D shape. What do I mean by a 2D shape? Pause the video now and just have this discussion. Fantastic. A 2D shape is a flat shape, and the way that I always describe it to my class is as though I can post it through a letterbox. It's flat, okay? It's a flat shape and it has vertices and it has sides. So these are its vertices. Let's get out my red pen. 1, 2, 3, and these are the sides. Fabulous. So, done the next part. It has 3 sides and it has 3 vertices. If you want to pause now and have a practice at using that STEM language with the gaps there, then you may do. But we're going to move on. Oh, the next one is a square. I say, you say, square. Brilliant. The square is a 2D shape. It has sides and vertices. Pause the video now and have a go at doing this. Brilliant. It has 4 sides. Let's do them. And it has 4 vertices. You are doing a great job. Let's move on. Rectangle. I say, you say, rectangle. Well done. The rectangle is a 2D shape. It has sides and vertices. Let's have a go. It has the sides. You do this at home. I'm not going to tell you. And it has how many vertices? Excellent. It has 4 sides and 4 vertices. Let's move on. Pentagon. Brilliant. New shapes, a pentagon. And what I want you to do after we finish all of our shapes is go back through them again and really see if you can remember the name of the shapes off by heart. The pentagon is a 2D shape. You say back to me. Brilliant. It has sides and vertices. Let's see. I'm going to do my bit. And let's do the vertices. Brilliant. The pentagon is a 2D shape. If you got this, you were correct. It has 5 sides and 5 vertices. If you got all of that, well done. If you need to pause at any point to discuss these shapes, then please do. Another exciting shape. We looked at some of these at the start. The hexagon is a 2D shape. You say back to me. Brilliant. It has sides and vertices. So let's see how many sides we've got. 1, 2, 3. Remember, if you want to pause and do this yourself, 4, 5, 6 sides. And how many vertices does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 vertices. There's a bit of a pattern going on today, isn't there? And with our pentagon, we have 5 and 5. And with our hexagon, we've got 6 and 6. There is a pattern. Oh, the circle. Now, this is always an arguable one. The circle. The circle is a 2D shape. It has sides and vertices. Well, first of all, does it have any vertices? Does it have any sides? A vertice or a vertex when we call it on its own. So it's one vertex when there's one. Let's just go back to my previous. So this is one vertex and we have a group of them and we call them vertices. So one is called a vertex and a group is called vertices. So that is when, go back to my hexagon again, these two sides meet and that makes a vertice. On our circle, we don't have that, do we? And some people will say that it has one side, okay, one continuous side, but there is a lot of mathematical argument for this. So I want you to have a little discussion at home and see what you think, but it's one continuous side with no vertices. Circles, always an interesting one for debate. We are going to, we'll have a go at this, I think. We've got one of these to do before we move on. So it says complete the shape. So if you want to pause the video and have a little go at this at home, you could do. Fantastic. I'm not going to do, oh, can I do some straight lines? Maybe I can actually. Let's do this. Normally I just do this in class with a board pen. What shape have I made? Who would like to tell me? And see if you did this one at home. Brilliant. I have made a square. And there are, let's go back. There are 4 vertices and 4 sides. Lovely stuff. Right, your task. Now we're on to our final task. Now, you can do this, but obviously at home, you may not have the resources that we do at school. So this is what we would have done at school. We would have used elastic bands and pegboards to produce our shapes that we've learnt about today. However, what you can do at home is cut up strips of paper or go outside and find some twigs. Find whatever is around you. You could use pens. I would love to see the most creative ways that you guys can make shapes at home. Lay them out on your living room floor, put them on your dining room table and see how many different shapes you can make. Next to each of the shapes that you have made, you can list how many sides it's got and how many vertices it's got and take a picture. Can't wait to see your photographs after today's lesson. Well done, and I will see you for tomorrow's lesson. Bye. Let's end this.